Check the time and adjust your dial. It's time for the GZ Chop Shop Podcast, the best podcast by gamers for gamers. Each week, we give you the rundown of all the happenings in the gaming world, news updates, reviews, and much more. We do all the research so you don't have to. And if you still want more after the show, we got you covered. Check out our website at thegzchopshop.com for all of our latest content. Now keep your ears locked because it's time for the GZ Chop Shop.
You know what? Riverside knows that we're not ever fully ready.
I've been
Did it just skip like 13 seconds?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
I need feedback. How was my Randy Savage impression? Was it okay?
All right, it was all right.
It was okay. Did I get his spirit? Did I get his spirit?
Yeah, you got the spirit. That is for sure. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another
You didn't get the
episode
full hard on like Randy Savage does.
of the GZ Chop Shop. As you can see, we already are well underway. We don't have Kara
take you down.
is busy today weathering the potential Florida storm / possible hurricane.
If you want to redo the intro, I'm sorry.
I'm not redoing it. We're gonna keep going with it.
Is Randy Travis still alive? Is he still alive? He's not alive, is he? He died, didn't he?
So I guess maybe.
This is how we start this week's episode. This is what happens when we don't have Kara.
Do you know within the next 10 years, we're going to lose Sylvester Stallone. We're going to lose Arnie. We're going to lose Jean-Claude Van Damme. We're going to lose all our golden age.
Did you just call him Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah.
Dan.
He has a mustache now, so he's Dan.
Damn.
I quit.
Isn't it Dan?
You said Dan the first time. That's why I was confused.
I said Dan.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You're Dan with the mustache.
We're going to lose Harrison Ford. We're going to lose Michael Caine. We're going to lose all these badass actors.
Okay, can I just say that was purely Yuli that put everyone on this 10-year timeline for them to grow. I am neither confirming, nor denying, nor agreeing, or disagreeing with his predictions. That is all him.
We could start a Deadpool.
Nope. Because
did you see Deadpool? Yeah, Randy Savage died 10 years ago.
Hey, Itachi, are you flying Spirit?
No.
Why not?
No.
Were the tickets too, like risky cheap?
Yeah. Like they were like $65.
I always fly Spirit, dude. I'm like, if you're not risking your life sometimes, are you living?
I want to be duct taped to the freaking plane.
That woman that brought like a crawfish boil to her plane on Spirit Airlines.
If Spirit pays the cheapest, I would imagine they have the cheapest pilots, which means they probably have the worst of the pilots because they couldn't get a job at the more renowned brain. I can't talk. Yo, Randy Savage coming to you. I can't even do it anymore. I had the Randy Savage spirit still going.
Look at this. Look at this. Look what she brought to the plane.
Was this on Spirit?
Yo, this is on Spirit.
Tell me why he looks like he's hating it. Like he's got a mask and he's still covering his nose. Like, what's with the baby wipes?
Look at that's not even. Look at that. Look at
that's
that.
That's not even first class.
Chair.
She's not even in first class.
No, look at that.
There is no first class on Spirit, is there? I thought there was.
Look, she got all the crab legs and crawfish and shrimp. And look, lobsters and everything. She brought the whole boil.
How did they let her bring that on?
I don't know.
Does Spirit have a slogan? You think Spirit has a slogan like "Fly Spirit, good luck"?
Yeah. They got the wet wipes and the Cheez-Its ready too.
Bro. But why does she have to be?
I'll be honest. If I was sitting next to her,
why she had to be black though? Why she had to be black though?
If I was sitting next to this nice lady on the plane,
I'd ask for a share.
I would ask if I could have some crawfish.
Yeah, yo, can I get some of that lobster right there? Yeah, thank you. Yo, I don't care.
I mean, at this point,
that must have been like a 13-hour flight for all of that.
Can you imagine the line to the toilet? The airplane toilet after a crawfish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Extravaganza.
The most horrifying thing that could probably happen to a person on the plane is someone having
this
really
situation.
This situation, and you're stuck in an airtight airplane. Imagine a submarine. That same situation. They recycle their air. Yeah, but you're stuck in an airtight plane with that smell for who knows how many hours.
I don't know. That could be a good smell for some people. I don't mind.
For some, not all.
I hope she shared with the whole
After a while.
I love all kinds of food and smells, but I can't think of a single thing I'd want to be stuck on an airplane with for 13 hours.
Oh my gosh. All right, what?
Why?
It's you, Lee. Why ask why?
That gets bleeped out.
So what do we got this week? All right, so we're going to be covering the advancement of mobile gaming, EA making some deals in the mobile gaming, and how it pretty much might be pushing PC and consoles to the back seat. Microsoft currently leading the charge in game streaming, something we've been talking about literally for the last month, and it seems like every week something new comes up. So Microsoft's at it again, and their potential partnership with legendary game developer Hideo Kojima in the works. And finally, we're going to talk about the famous FaZe Clan and a pump and dump scheme that happened last week. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I just want to ask a candid question.
Did you just say pump and dump with a smile on your face, trying not to laugh? You saw that, right?
I saw that.
Because what we were talking about earlier. If you guys want those minutes before the show, join the Patreon. Anyway, just straight up candid question. No thinking, a little bit of no research. Do you think mobile gaming is going to become the next mainstream type of gaming?
It already is.
And do you think it's going to make the other two take a backseat?
Never.
I don't think it's going to make it take a backseat. I think it's just going to be a level playing field for all platforms, including mobile.
Yuli?
It's already kind of mainstream. Like, people who play mobile don't have time to play like console or PC. They're on the go. They're always working, so they'll play Candy Crush here and there when they can. That's their gaming session. That, you know what? If that relaxes them for the 5 minutes they got, good for them. Like, do you need anything else?
Now, when we were kids, the Game Boy was the biggest thing, right? The Game Boy Color, then the Game Boy Advance. Yep. Imagine back then if we could stream those games we were playing. Now, come back to present day, the things they can do on mobile phone far surpasses anything we could do on the Game Boys when we were a kid, when we were growing up. Yeah. So I'm all for it.
You get caught up in 4K.
Because I know that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when I was a kid, I would have done it if I could have.
I mean, you were not a 90s, early 2000s kid unless your pockets were full, especially if you were a guy. Wallet in the back pocket, cell phone in one pocket, Game Boy in the other pocket. Your pockets were heavy.
I was in the generation where the, what's it called? The iTouch, was it? Or it was like the iPod, but it was just a screen. And there was games you could play. You know what I'm talking about? What was it called? It was the iTouch. Okay.
That's a creepy name to call a phone.
Yeah, but we had those.
I think it was the iTouch.
I don't know. It was like the.
It was the iPod.
It was an iPod.
It was the iPod Touch.
iPod Touch. There you go.
I don't think you should call it the iTouch.
No, I'm saying this. Like, we were in science class.
The pod's important.
We were in science class and we were bored as hell. So we all downloaded this game called Modern Combat 5, and we had Wi-Fi multiplayer. So we got into the school Wi-Fi, set up a lobby, and while in science class, we were all playing this like Call of Duty game on science class, and all you could hear is like, "Fuck you, Dylan." Yo, fuck you, Yuli. Hey, yo, fuck you, Daniel.
Oh.
To not be 33 and be young again.
Oh, man. We had the
I feel like
stuff.
if I went back in time and I went to high school, I would I feel like I have so much material now. I would just roast everybody
bet on Bitcoin. I would put like thousands in Bitcoin, and then wait till like 2020 when it comes up to like full price and be like, "Yep, I'm selling it all."
I would go back, tell my mom on my behalf to invest in Amazon, and then I would bet on Bitcoin.
That's all I'm thinking about. Is like, Warner's is over.
Y'all are making investments. I'm like, I just want to roast people.
You just
wanna roast people, bro.
Me and
You're trying to
Itachi
become
are like, yo, we want to win the game.
It's the little things, man. I just want to go back and
Warner's.
laugh
I
at
said
everybody.
this before. Money doesn't buy happiness, but I'd rather cry on a yacht.
We'll come pick you up when we'll find out where you are, and we'll come get you while you're roasting people.
See, I know y'all got my back, so I'll just show up with the material.
You'll just show up with the material. We'll just come get you after everything's said and done. But so I agree with both of you guys that, you know, like Yuli said, mobile gaming is pretty much like already a mainstream thing, because everybody has a cell phone, and there's way more powerful
when you had the
than
first
any of the
iPhone,
handhelds.
and you had the little nephews come up to you like chewing on food. You got any games on that phone?
You got any games on there? Killing your battery. But it seems like big developers are taking a very huge step with taking the mobile market very seriously. And the only reason I asked if you guys felt like the other two mainstream markets are going to take a back seat is because it seems like, and to be honest, it seems like Blizzard was already jumping on that bandwagon as one of the biggest developers in the US. The pushback they got when they announced Diablo Mobile, back when we could still go to conventions and they were getting, you know, as we like to call it, actual gamers in those seats, and everyone's like, yeah, this is a joke, right? But it seems like Blizzard was ahead of the curve because EA is stepping in, and a lot of these developers are buying the smaller mobile developers up, adding them to their arsenal for these games.
We can all make fun of Blizzard, and they've had their downfalls, but they're consistent. They make games that say what you want, are popular, and they do tend to lead the way in things a lot farther advanced than other gaming industries do.
The thing with mobile games is they're quick and easy. You get your satisfaction right away, and they are smart by putting these timers. Like, you use all your hearts up, all your energy up. You have to wait 4 hours, so you already have it in your mind. All right, 4 hours, I'll come back and I'll do everything again. And it's just that rinse and repeat process that's so, what's that word when it pays off? I guess paying off. So it pays off so well. I don't know what's the fucking word for it, but it pays off better than, you know, spending 8 hours getting somewhat far into a game, but still not being done with it.
Warner, you kind of look like you slightly disagree.
No, it's not that. I'm just bummed out that I worked so hard as a kid to have my Game Boy and my charger and my giant magnifying glass and all my games, and they were in this big fanny pack ass Nintendo case, and I carried it everywhere with me, and now everyone just has everything available to them on their fucking phone.
On the phone. They don't know the struggle. I remember that the mega speaker, the
what about
shock
driving
and rock,
in a car and you don't have your light on? You have to
Boy.
wait by the time you cross the street light to unpause and play real quick. Unpause, play real quick. Unpause, play real quick.
Watching the battery life drain in the power light as it slowly got dimmer.
Games autosave now, and if your battery died and you didn't save your game, you lost all those Pokemon you just caught.
Oh, I've been there. I've been there.
Sorry to go off. You know,
I understand the pain.
You guys are old.
He's been there.
We got
We've all been there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
not old. I'm in my prime. What up?
Aren't we like borderline geriatric millennials or whatever?
We're geriatric millennials now. That's what we call us.
I embrace it.
But I can still do more push-ups.
Yeah. Shit, do they know what push-ups are?
Oh, man. No, what you gotta be like, all right, see me and Mondo for 2 lobbies. Let's see how you can handle that in your mental healthness. Ooh, they be crying.
Yikes, man. Touchy subject.
Oof. But
So EA,
Yeah. So EA, yeah, they've been scooping up some small time developers. Well, I won't say small. They're pretty known in the mobile market. Maybe not so well known to us.
Don't they have Tetris, or is that Ubisoft?
PC and console. I think that's Ubisoft.
Because I know I have Tetris on my phone, and it's like Ubisoft or EA, and I'm like, holy shit, they have this?
Yeah. EA's been scooping them up because since pretty much not COVID itself, but the way we had the severity of how we take it, staying social distancing and all that has waned. People are getting away from their PCs, their game consoles, and they're going outside. However,
fucking losers.
They are taking their phones with them, obviously. So that's where the market is, and they're pretty much they're offering mainstream games now, or different versions of mainstream titles more often on mobile, starting with Call of Duty, which apparently was like one of the best selling mobile games.
Free. They probably have a lot of microtransactions going on in there.
Yeah. And that was like 2019, and it's still up there. So I'm thinking and this is why I say it ties into the second subject of Microsoft leading the way with game streaming, that the reason I do feel definitely not in the next 5 years, because
or even
that's
then
too soon. I would say maybe in the next 10 to 15.
25.
Only reason I don't say 20 to 25 is just because of how fast technological hardware doesn't even have a life expectancy of more than 5.
Because to stream the games like you're talking about, you have to have good internet. How long will it take for everyone to have decent enough speeds? Because some people can have the gigabyte internet, but some people still are dealing with like 100 megabytes or less because it's a rural area.
Well, don't forget Amazon Sidewalk. The chance that most of the people opted out of that is very slim, because a lot of people didn't even know about it. So it's not probably even your internet you have to worry about. You could just go down the street.
Really is Pokemon Go now.
Yeah, you can just go down the street, and if someone's Amazon Sidewalk is active and they've got the good internet,
the only reason I'm saying 20 years from now is when the city finally decides, like, all right, we got to update our electrical grid to be up to modern times. Because if you drive to LA and you look at the electrical grid over there, this shit's still in the 80s. They still got the 80s electrical boxes and everything. They haven't updated none of that shit.
I was about to say, what updates are you talking about? Because apparently Texas can't even handle its own heat anymore.
I heard about that too.
But here's the thing, though. Would it be the electrical grid they need to really worry about? Because streaming is radio waves. So all they need are towers.
Yeah, but you do need electricity.
The towers are still going to suck so much power trying to like transfer all that data that they're going to need a lot of energy. That shit's going to fry the electrical grids when they're still stuck in the 80s.
So here's the thing. If the gaming, and this is where I feel that gaming might define the next decade or so, where the money is, you will see rapid production, because I'm pretty sure we have all seen a building start from a foundation and we think it's going to take years, and within that same year the building is complete, and then you're like, well, they built that pretty quick. Yeah. So I think if the money is put in the right place and the incentive is there, if like EA or anyone's willing to foot the bill and say, hey, we'll pay for you to update your stuff, it could be done in probably like 2-3 years. Just nobody's willing to fit the bill.
No one's going to fit the bill, though. That's right. EA is not going to be like, here's some of our money. They're going to be like, all right, we're going to send in people to go into your government and run a few bills that'll help use government money to pay this. But then there's going to be other people voting against them, and it's just a whole political debate amongst where the funding goes. EA is not going to put any of their money. They want to waste taxpayer money.
Now that I could agree on. So
again, 20 years.
Well, I mean, personally, I would hope it takes like 20 years, because I'm very stubborn and I like, console and
20
PC
years.
and all that.
20 years. Hopefully, we'll able to retire enough to where
not
this
care.
is all we do. and not care how we do it.
You think we're gonna retire?
No, but by retire, I mean we're not gonna have to worry about going on a 9-to-5 job. Besides coming to this podcast and doing the shit,
and just talking about like what the struggles everyone else has to currently go through at that time.
But 20 years we're talking about flying cars and how the automatic system can't land them properly.
Oh man, we don't need flying cars. Not the way people can't even drive.
You know what? Fuck. LA needs to make them illegal.
They can't even drive a regular car.
Traffic in LA is fucking terrible. It's like, oh, we have a dinner party at 7. Cool, we'll leave at 3 to get there on time.
Here's a question.
I already told Yuli I'm gonna lead the way in the future with those hoverboards, those lake hoverboards you can get. They go like 45. Dude, they're like, the really good ones are like 10 grand. I was looking at them.
Why are they so much?
I don't know.
They're not mainstream.
Because they hover.
And they're not mainstream. Once they're mainstream, they'll come down in price.
I just want to get one solely so I can dress up as Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future.
It's finally here. It took all my life, but it's finally here.
I just want to fly over what is it, the wells? What do you call them, the wish wells?
Oh my god! I want
to find a town with a wish well and just fly up over it.
Don't get hit by anybody else on a hoverboard, okay?
I'll get a GoPro and film the whole thing.
So here's a question. Way off topic, but I just want to know everyone's opinion. Anyone who's listening to this episode, please chime in. Leave a comment on Twitter. I want to know everyone's thought about this. If we invented flying cars, do you feel people should get a pilot's license?
Yes. You should have to get a driver's license first. And then after 5 years of perfect driving, then you can apply for your pilot's license for a vehicle.
Wouldn't that be faded out? Because if cars start flying, the amount of people actually driving on the ground would reduce. It would be mostly pedestrians, which would make driving on the ground even more dangerous than flying in the air.
All I can think about is The Fifth Element. Well, that looked so awful.
I'm just saying. I mean, I agree. I feel like you should have like flying lessons and get like driver's licenses should also double as a pilot license because you're literally going to be flying. Or the cars should just straight up be Uber. No manual. No, I was
gonna say it should be automatic. Like Tesla's gonna make all this shit automatic. Where if you're one of the few people that drive a car that's not automatic, you have to get another license to be like here's a class 1 license where you can drive an automatic car, but you have to have it in autopilot until necessary. Here's a class B license. 5
years of extensive training to drive in manual.
Apparently it's illegal to put it on autopilot and get in the passenger seat and take a nap.
Yeah, it's illegal to sleep while putting it on autopilot. Who the fuck?
I'd wear sunglasses like fuck it.
I would not fucking risk an autopilot like that. We're still in beta. I'm not trusting that shit in beta.
We're not even in beta. We're in alpha still.
I'd put a Spirit Airlines sticker on the side of my car and put sunglasses on and be like, we're risking it.
You gotta have the seafood boil on the seat next to you.
Yo.
I eat sushi. What's up?
Oh man. Okay, so anyone who's working on the development of the hoverboards or flying cars, take your time. Let Waters get a little bit older before you.
Let me also test them out, and then I'll get back to y'all.
Can we agree though that maybe we do need them right now to let all the stupid people die first?
I have a question. Here's my question. I don't know the laws. These hoverboards apparently can go up to 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
What kind of ticket would I get if I use the toll roads to go to work on one? You know how cool I'd look with a cape and sunglasses flying down the interstate?
You have to go. You have to go at least 60 to go down the freeway or interstates.
I'd take the toll roads.
Unlike private road, unlike public, unlike the regular roads, the minimum you have to go is 25 anyway.
The only way I think you would get a ticket is if you started like slipstreaming, start grabbing the back of people's cars, slingshot your way.
I just feel like I'd look really cool with the cape, like I was a superhero.
Yeah, until you trip and fall and another car behind you runs your ass over.
Worth it.
I was thinking like he forgot to secure his cape and flies off, gets stuck on the windshield of the car behind him. That car loses control. He just causes a whole highway.
Oh no! You wanted him to live. I was already planning his funeral.
Either way, Warner's, as you can see, doesn't end well.
Tachi, what would you say at Warner's funeral if he did die like that?
Died like got hit by the car behind him?
Because he slipped and fall off his hoverboard.
He couldn't stop getting hit by cars.
Oh, I want to hear Tachi's eulogy.
His lesson.
I don't even know what I would say. This man was a magnet. I would probably under my breath be like, he was a magnet for cars. Like I couldn't deliver a speech at Warner's funeral. One car wasn't enough.
Never having been in a vehicle when having these problems. Just a hoverboard or on foot.
At the funeral saying, I wonder if I can admit now that was my vehicle.
With my luck, I'd get hit by an automatic Tesla with the guy in the passenger seat.
The guy wakes up. The AIs are so smart. Guy wakes up like, yo, what was that? It was a speed bump. Nothing to worry about. Go back to sleep. That's how the AIs are going to take over. Automatic cars.
I would love an automatic car to take over like the traffic and all that, because then we wouldn't have any traffic.
I'd have a boombox. I'd bring the boombox back on my shoulder while flying down this hoverboard toll road, listening to Born to Be Wild.
All right, Itachi, never mind. I'm just going to run him off the road.
I'm done. You're on your own.
I'll have white gloves on and a cape and goggles.
Fuck that. I'm running him off the road. I'm going to run him my Tesla truck.
You know what? Here's a thought. Warner's got hit by that car one time, right?
Yeah.
What if it was someone from the future that knew what he would do, came back to the past and tried to prevent this? And they were like, damn, we failed.
It's proof you can't change the future of the current timeline.
They were trying to prevent all his terrible ideas. They were like, look, see how violent cars can be? Now he wants to go surfing down the highway on his hoverboard. Did he also want bionic body parts? Didn't you also want bionic body parts?
Don't forget the bionic penis.
Go get
I want my entire spine. I want my entire spine to be bionic.
You know it's still gonna hurt, right?
You better pray.
Because you're gonna have to like oil it up, like chick chick. All right, no more squeaking.
Not if it's AI.
You better hope there's like. You better hope it's like Iron Man shit. I would hate for you to walk past some magnetic field. Your shit just goes haywire while you're on your hoverboard.
Or some Dr. Oct situation goes on. And
my gosh.
I mean, it would be connected to my brainstem.
Your brainstem, yeah.
I'm like, guys, I'm not killing you. It's my spine.
It's my spine that's killing. Jeezy Chop Shop, ladies and gentlemen. Jeezy Chop Shop. So mobile gaming leads to hoverboards and bionic spine.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
You know, my slogan for Spirit is
"Fuck it, we'll fly you."
It's not risky if it's family.
This motherfucker has been all about them Fast and Furious
He's been
memes.
all about those family memes. The dark. What was that? What he put? The dark side is strong. But
it's not stronger than Family Invader drops his ass in half.
Not strong as family.
It wasn't strong enough for that family.
I was like, ooh, you went to the wrong one. The dark side is all about that family drama.
Yeah. The Skywalker family.
The Skywalker family
is tight.
Good luck with that one. But yeah, those family memes have just been popping up everywhere. I'm like, oh my god,
Dude,
I haven't
they're
even
fucking
seen the movie,
hilarious
but
on TikTok. They're all over that shit.
I gotta see the movie now.
It's fucking insane.
Those family memes are insane.
It's stupid insane.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that that people tend to like get mad about those movies. It's like they're so over the top and unbelievable. They were like that since the fourth fucking movie. What do you mean?
But you know what? That's what movies should be, though. The whole point of a movie, in my opinion, a movie doesn't need to be grounded in reality all the time. We live it every freaking day. Why do you need reality?
You know what action series was fun to watch before John Wick came out? Expendables.
What? Ooh,
it was the
I love
only
the
modern time
Expendables.
movie where it had all our badass favorite people just and the stories were shit, but it was
blowing
just
shit
them
up.
duking it out with all the guns.
That was
Yeah, those were great.
And they even paid homage to some of the jokes made on them, like the Chuck Norris jokes.
Oh yeah, it's like I heard you got bit by a snake. Yes, after 2 days of agonizing pain, the snake died.
The snake finally died.
or it was
yes.
Arnie and Bruce Willis in a shootout, and Arnie's like, "I'll be back. You've been back enough. I'll be back."
You've been back enough. I love those. I love this. See, now I gotta go watch all. I have all three. And I need to go
too, and I
rewatch.
love them.
Warner, tell me you've seen Expendables. I don't like how quiet you are. Don't look confused.
I've never watched them.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Hold on.
You got.
Pause the music.
Hold up.
Pause the music.
For real though.
Stop.
Like
we had to stop the music.
those are
serious?
childhood. Those were my childhood idols. Stallone, Arnie, fucking Jason Statham, Terry Crews before he came out.
I just haven't gotten around to it. It's been like years.
Son of a bitch.
I'll watch him eventually. I don't know.
Eventually?
At
When
some
did the
point.
first one come out? Like 2010?
2010, something like that. Jesus Christ, dog.
I guess they were expendable.
2010. Oh, hold up. What the fuck?
Got jokes for days.
They have comics. They have a comic series. I didn't even know that.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. But you've seen John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick is our only one that I. So, hold up, I just got to bring this out because it was.
I never
funny as
thought
hell.
I could be disappointed in Warner's on an emotional level.
What are y'all expecting out of the new Matrix coming out?
I ain't expecting shit. I'm setting my hopes down for it so I can be like happy with the outcome.
What if it's just Keanu Reeves, John Wicking everything?
That's
fine. It's
fine.
gonna be.
Hold up. Can we be honest that we have no more?
That's probably what it's gonna be.
No more manly men in our movies today. Like we don't have like just some tough dude kicking ass. They always got to have some kind of issue. Like Chuck
like,
Norris,
to their character?
like Chuck Norris. He was just tough. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll kill them all.
Because I think the stereotypical like manly man that's an 80s thing.
Oh man, we need to bring that back though.
Obsolete.
We need to bring that back because
in today's society.
When Tarantino said like the closest to a manly man we have in today and age is Charlize Theron.
That's not wrong though. That's not wrong though.
I heard him say that. I'm like, that's fucking true. I'm done.
Chris Hemsworth is pretty manly.
No, I'm not. No, I wouldn't even say Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans. No one in Marvel is that kind of person.
But I mean,
no one.
He's talking like Sylvester Stallone. Well, not even Sylvester Stallone. We're talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger back in like Predator and Commando and Bruce Willis and Die Hard.
I know, but he's talking the kind of manly that doesn't show emotion. Besides kicking
yeah, I mean,
ass.
it's a movie, but that's the thing, because then you don't have this.
That's not what's in anymore.
I just want to have fun in a movie and watch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we know but it's fun to have every now and then. Like, maybe not every other movie, but like at least one.
Like, don't make another Predator movie if you're not going to have a dude kicking ass.
Oh my god, you have a kid with Asperger's that saves the world.
Like, if you're going to make a sequel.
Reason.
Well, we gotta be sensitive. You know, it's a new time, new times.
Fuck, I forgot his name. What's his name in God damn it! Why can't I remember his name? The actor in Zombieland.
Woody Harrelson.
Which one? Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson. Yeah, he's a manly dude.
Only two movies where he's like manly guys. Everything else, he's either crazy or he's like an emotional wreck.
But he's manly about it. He's shit-faced.
He's manly about
it. You can't really say.
I mean, the kind of manly you're talking about,
though.
He's drowning his sorrows.
It's not there. It's like it's what we want to be right now, but it's not that fake manly.
The Rock.
I can't even say The Rock.
The Rock does.
The Rock can't be like that because of the way his persona is, the way he's set up to be. He wants everyone to love him.
You know, you're missing a point.
I'm not missing a point. All I'm saying is I just want someone to like take a shot up, and then like his friend go, "Hey, you took a shot." It's like, I ain't got time to bleed.
Being manly is strong, but not as strong as family.
I'm done. I'm done.
Vin Diesel could make 10 more Riddick films, and I'd watch every single one of them, no matter how shitty they got.
He has a fourth one in the works.
I would too.
I want more of the universe.
They all end on freaking cliffhangers. They're all open-ended.
What's with that portal? The portal, like, you know, like, where does that shit go? What does he do? I want to see him murk people.
The Riddick would be a good example of Riddick is a good opportunity to bring back the manly man. He doesn't have anything holding him down anymore.
He has no family.
He's
no
his family.
There's only one speed. My speed.
Pitch Black is still my favorite Riddick movie. I love that one.
I still feel like I can't remember which one of the Riddick movies, but they let the girl survive literally to the end, just to yank her into the dark.
I think that was the Chronicles.
Oh man, they did her so dirty. But I love the Riddick universe. Love it.
Another quote I like is when they're trying to convert everybody, and he's like, "I'm just passing through, but I'll take a piece of him." I'm like, every time he says it, I get goosebumps.
You know
who
they need to bring back as an action hero? Ice Cube. We haven't had like an Ice Cube action hero movie in a while.
Have you? What was it?
Ghost of Mars was a damn good movie because it was literally shoot everything on sight.
I forgot all about that movie. Ghosts of Mars. It was Doom before Doom was a movie.
Doom before Doom. You know who I think would be a great manly... we did have one, but not... What was it? It was like the early... mid-2000s. Carl Urban. When he was Judge Dredd.
They're bringing it back with
Carl
the boys,
Urban
but I need to see him in like in a movie where he's just like, I ain't got time to bleed. He's got the way he talks. He's got the voice. He's like,
I feel like he didn't really like stand out to the world until people watch The Boys. Until people watch The Boys and they're like, who is this guy? Oh shit, I've seen him in everything.
What the fuck is that movie with the androids? What is it like?
Is
it Being Human or something like that? Or it was a TV show on Sci-Fi with Carl Urban as a detective and he had an android sidekick.
I think it was. Yeah, I forgot about that,
dude.
Because in movies, he's been in Marvel movies. He was in Star Trek.
Dude, he was in Lord of the Rings. He's got the nerd trifecta.
Chronicle Riddick. He's been in those.
Oh yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't.
he was
Riddick. That's right. He was.
I can't remember the guy's name.
Falco.
Yeah, I think it was Valco. I think that was the name. This man is a geek.
I only serve the Underverse.
And he was in the Doom movie too. Don't forget that.
Oh god. Did y'all ever see the other Doom movie that Netflix came out with, or that
Annihilation
movie? I didn't know what was worse, that movie or the one with The Rock that was just really cheesy.
I would take The Rock any day. I would take
the one. Annihilation was worse.
You know what?
Yeah, I'll take The Rock one.
You can't have a Doom movie without Doom guy.
You know what? I'll give this.
What are these people thinking?
The Rock movie had the best first-person action scene. The little sequence when Carl Urban wakes up and it's all first person. That was fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carl Urban should do the voice for Master Chief in the show.
Master Chief.
Ooh. Didn't he did a voice that I think for a DC movie too. I think he was the voice for someone. I think he did. I know he's done voiceover work.
And he's from New Zealand.
Fact, he's done voiceover work.
Well, maybe if we ever get a proper Dragon Ball Z movie, or hopefully a HBO type situation, there you go. Everyone's really manly.
Okay, so in DC movies, he portrayed William Cooper in Red and voiced Sergeant Frank Rock in the DC showcase Sergeant Rock.
In the Sergeant Rock. Yep, that's what it was.
I didn't even know Red was DC.
When it was the Death in the Family, and yeah, so Carl Urban's been everywhere. There you go. Hollywood, your manly man right there.
Just give him shit.
Just give him a shot, man. Just give him a shot.
Let him voice Master Chief. God, he'd be so good at that.
He would. He would definitely be good as a Master Chief. Man. Whew. Wow.
We were talking about movies. I think it also stems from the fact that the last year and the last 2 years have been shit for movies because the releases were so off whack, pushbacks and just so bad that we need good movies.
We do. We are hurting for good movies. Like, I'm still upset that Star Trek 4 got the can. I was looking forward to a Star Trek movie.
Dude, Black Widow got pushed back, and I was just like,
shit, damn, they're like 2 years now, right?
Yeah. Damn near.
It's like finally coming out. like Scarlett Johansson herself probably forgot about the movie.
Oh my god.
She woke up like, where am I supposed to be today?
Where am I supposed to be? She gets a check. What's this for? What? Oh!
You know what I'm getting tired of? All of a sudden, like past couple years, everyone's like, strong female actors. Where the fuck were all of you when Alien came out? No one ever mentions Ripley.
Sigourney Weaver was the strongest gave the opening. Female lead.
Sigourney Weaver has been paving the way for that shit for like 30 fucking years.
Three Alien movies in a row. She went back to face those creatures knowing how terrifying they were and how terrifying she was, and she still went.
She had more balls than all. There was only one guy in that whole series that had as much balls as her, and he was only in one of the movies, and that was Michael Bihn's character. Everyone else was pissing their pants. Sigourney Weaver's the only one who literally hops into a fucking construction droid. Get away from her, you bitch. It goes toe to toe with the queen.
And that's right there. People are mistaking strong female role with what it truly means. That's a strong female role.
You know what?
A character right now that has that fear and still goes back, not strength alone.
Oh, fuck. What's her name? Tessa Thompson. She plays Valkyrie in Thor.
Yes.
She could have her own Valkyrie movie. She could literally hold her own in her own Valkyrie movie. Like, Thor could be on the side. I don't give a shit, man. She was badass in that.
I'm not gonna lie. When Tessa was on the screen, she commanded the scene she was in.
She did.
Anytime she popped up on the screen, you knew shit was going down.
Jodie Foster and all of those Silence of the Lamb movies.
Oh man. Jodie Foster's been a lead. Hell, we were just talking about it earlier.
Linda Hamilton from Terminator.
Linda Hamilton.
Terminator 2, she was a bad fucking ass. She fucked everyone up.
The first scene of her was her doing pull-ups in a prison cell.
Yes!
You know what I mean? Like a psych ward.
She fucking put her bed up and like
smoking.
Started doing pull-ups like, ah.
You want to talk about manly men? What about like badass women? You know what I mean? Like
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton.
That's
and she still even though the movie wasn't good, she still commanded it.
In Terminator,
in the
Genesis.
What was it?
Was it Genesis?
Genesis.
Was it Genesis? Movie.
No, Dark
Fate.
Dark something.
Dark Fate.
Dark Fate. It was so bad we forgot the name.
Yeah, we forgot the name. Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh, hold up.
She still brought that.
Do you guys remember Edge of Tomorrow? Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt was a badass in that movie. Commanded in that movie.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't want to hear shit about there's not enough strong female. Like, read your goddamn comic books, watch movies, not just a few, because those are the few. Like, pay attention.
Hold up.
I just forgot again. You know even at the end of A Quiet Place, it was Emily Blunt, right?
Emily Blunt, yeah.
It was her and her daughter who fucked up that alien.
Hold up.
Or creature.
Monster.
This is not an action movie or anything.
We don't know if they're aliens.
The whole cast held the movie A League of Their Own.
Oh yeah, that you know what? That movie did not get the credit it deserved.
Exactly, because
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it.
It was so Tom Hanks had to run an all-female baseball team, and all those girls played a lot better than half the guys they had.
Yeah, it's an amazing
It's a great movie.
So they're there. They are there.
Yeah, don't cherry pick. They're there, and we look up to them and love them just as much as you would if you fucking pay attention.
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise.
Like those two. Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon held the fucking movie all the way through.
Thelma and Louise, man. If you guys don't know what these movies, go look them up. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not into sci-fi movies. Well, then you're not into what you're really trying to figure out over here. Go watch the damn movie and you'll see for yourself.
And joke on you, Thelma and Louise is in sci-fi.
Yo, hold up.
There you go.
This is gonna sound fucked up. I don't know. But it seemed like the reason those movies did so well in portraying for us was because the people around them weren't stupid. Everyone was competent in their own way. So because everyone was competent, they made these strong characters even stronger. Because we've seen those movies when they try to portray the strong lead, but everyone around them is a complete fucking idiot.
You know, with that said, to piggyback off that, I'd love to see an action film or just any film today that doesn't feel the necessity to add any humor to it to make it a good movie.
Like needless humor.
Like there's needless humor in every fucking movie. Like, can we just get a kick-ass movie where a couple people just kick some ass?
There's always a time for that one joke that will just make you go, ha, cool.
Well, sure, like, Die Hard, Bruce Willis had some lines in there. There's always some cheesy jokes. But you know what I mean? There's not, like, unnecessary humor throughout the entire movie.
There's a party in this building. It'll be great. You'll have a good time.
Yeah.
And that is why we can remember certain lines from certain older movies. I always said this. Because those moments are rare.
I always said this. There's the movie, the Ghostbusters, the original, and then the all-female cast. I've always said this. The scene when they introduce us to their proton packs, they were in the elevator, and they're all like, we're walking with nuclear bombs in our back, right? Turn me on. And then the guys are standing back, and we're like, okay, yeah, now I get these things are dangerous. And then in the female lead, it takes like 5 minutes, and fucking throwing, what was her name? The short fat one.
McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy something. I can't remember her name. But they were flinging her around, and I'm like, this is already boring. So I went back to watch the original, and there's that scene with the...
They were trying to play on the fact that they were already comedians a little too hard.
It was dumb. Like, Bill Murray and all of them, they were kind of comedian-ish, but it was written well. That's the thing. The writing had to do a lot with it.
Like, I think her name's I don't want to say, is it Melissa
I think
McCarthy?
it is.
What's her name?
Let me just look it up. When was the movie come out?
It is. It's Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. And I don't want people to, misunderstand. I think she's hilarious when she's given something decent to work with that she could pull it off. I think she kind of like chewed her way through the Ghostbusters movie because she had to.
What actress gets fucked over a lot because she's a comedian actor, but she can really act and make every scene her own? Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon can seriously act and do great, but because she was in SNL and all that, they always give her comedy roles. I'm like, I bet you this girl can make a strong, badass fucking killer.
Some actors have a very difficult time getting out of those roles that they get portrayed.
Rob Schneider had that difficulty.
I mean, what was it? Michael Keaton was only able to break away into other roles after he became Batman because he was only known for comedy. So they kept trying to, they always cast him in comedy.
Because he got Beetlejuice, I think that's why they casted him in Batman. Because Tim Burton's like, I've already worked with this guy. I know what he can do.
Yeah. And now look at him. You can't go, I'm Batman without thinking Michael Keaton. And he's reprising the role.
He did a good job as Batman.
Great job as the Vulture, too.
He literally coined the term.
Oh, he did. And the Vulture's returning.
Sinister Six movie coming now. Oh. God,
I'm telling you,
we need a golden age of cinema again. I think the golden age of cinema recently died out as soon as Endgame came, because that was the whole Universal episodic golden age that we had.
Here's where I think
I go as far as to say that Lord of the Rings was kind of the end of the golden age of cinema for that time. I mean, look at it. What did it win? 11? It won everything.
And it still holds up so well today.
I own all the movies. Extended edition too.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Marvel movies, but there's a difference between big movies like that and. I'm sorry, but something like Lord of the Rings.
That's so epic for so many different reasons.
Cinematic
thinking about it, if I get my kids to, and I get to raise them, I'm gonna read them Lord of the Rings.
Did he just say if I get to raise them?
I have no say in my kids. Look, hey, I could potentially knock someone up and not know about it.
No.
And then, so there's probably some kids out there.
I don't know how.
Some kids out there think I'm deadbeat dad.
We did this to ourselves. We did this to ourselves today. But Itachi, you let this turn into almost an After Dark episode.
Hold up. When did he almost do that?
I did. It's funny. Everyone's like, hey, what happened to Microsoft? Well, here's your quick thing. Microsoft cut and deal with Hideo Kojima because Microsoft does Microsoft things.
That's not even a big thing, though. It's still like, quote unquote, not. I mean,
technically, if you're a Hideo Kojima fan, that is a big thing.
The whole news is still like they're working with him. It's not confirmed that they have something with him.
Yeah, they're working out the legal stuff.
I'm just waiting for Microsoft to go like, you know what? Let's buy a studio company and make a movie.
We have all this technology. Be part of us. And then we'll get Death Stranding 2.0 and then be even more confused.
2.0. We don't understand your story, but we like it. For real,
I've played all the Metal Gears and I'm like, I have no clue what the fuck is going on.
Get to the end. Still confused.
I actually every Metal Gear game I've played, I've enjoyed all of them, but I do get to the end of each one and go, what?
Wait, what?
All of them just feel like standalones with some sub.
Wasn't Metal Gear 3
quest.
Snake Eater like have a it was fully 4 hours of cutscene?
Mm-hmm. And then Guns of the Patriots beat them.
Jesus.
I think Guns of the Patriots to this day still has the most cutscenes.
Games can be just as good, if not better than movies sometimes.
That can do that.
I think Guns of the Patriots had like 8 hours of cutscene.
Oh my god.
Something like that.
How do we survive that? It doesn't even feel like it was that long.
That's how you know. That's when you know you're a good writer. You might confuse the fuck out of people.
Speaking of writing,
but the fact that nobody noticed that you
just reminded me of Tachi.
6 to 8
Speaking of good writing, they might redo the entire final season of Game of Thrones.
Is that a good idea?
Same actors
the
and
same
everything.
actors?
So you mean they're doing what they should have done, which is let the dude finish the book?
No. They're gonna do what they should have done and written it with more than what it was. 7 episodes of mine, 8 episodes. Because that's so many fucking cliffhangers.
That's like trying to take somebody that has no. That's like trying to take someone who has serious trauma and going, you know what? Here's a Band-Aid.
I mean,
and you know that they've been doing that a lot because aren't they talking about redoing? They were talking about redoing the Star Wars.
Yeah,
the last
they're going to say
movies.
that the last 3 ones we had were like a legacy series. Like they're just part of the legends or something like that. Like they just, yeah.
It's like Digimon. Did you ever watch Digimon? The second season said the first season was a TV show in their series, and then they just kept doing that for a while.
It seems like the TV shows that they're making right now are trying to like make sure what happened before The Force Awakens to make sure like The Force Awakens technically never happened.
Well, the First Order was part of the original. Like there was a lot of
also it was
like,
Han Solo, it was their son that was a Sith Lord, but it was also twins. Yeah, they had twins,
but they had more children.
Hey, you know how they could have solved this?
Exactly.
You know how they could have solved this? What they're doing now, just left the books canon. They're backpedaling, and now they're bringing some of the books back as canon because they realize you already had good material. Good material.
It's like that episode of Caleb City, man. When they're like, we're going to change it. What are you talking about? We have
what
the
if all the side characters were animals?
Copy and paste.
I wanted the bug war. I was so hoping they would go with the bug war. Because it connected everything. Force sensitive bugs, they were a nightmare. And then the whole thing about maybe destroying the Empire wasn't a good idea because now we don't have the weaponry to threaten them because the Empire literally kept that race of bugs at bay. And it created that conflict of who really was the villain. Was the Empire necessary evil that actually did in its own way protect the entire galaxy because half the galaxy almost got wiped out in this war? Chewbacca died because of the war. Even some of the rebels were starting to regret the Empire's downfall. Then, of course, the Force, everyone's kids and Jaden and crap, what was the sister's name? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Ben, and then literally it was Han and Leia's kid that killed Luke's kid, and Luke getting married. There was a whole year's worth of stuff they could have used. And then branched off from there. They
just have to backpedal. Like, they already done it. Might as well finish what you're backpedaling and just get it over with.
Here's the one benefit of, and I know a lot of people that
here's the one true actual benefit: more Star Wars content.
Yeah, but then you're creating see, this is where I know this is going to piss off 100% pure Star Wars fans because a lot of people that like 100% Star Wars don't like Star Trek. I'm a child of both. I say this is the one benefit Star Trek has over Star Wars. You can come up with time shit in Star Trek.
Yep.
Well, aren't they kind of doing that in Star Wars?
Did, and it worked.
No, they did that in Rebels, though. They did that in Rebels.
But it goes against everything of the
They
Star.
saved Ahsoka. They saved Ahsoka from being killed by Darth Vader by pulling her from her present time to the future.
And they were so reaching. They were reaching into the Star Trek realm because Star Trek established time travel literally in the 60s. That was always a thing with them.
Weren't they always touching
They
time?
were
Because
always
didn't
touching
Vader
time
have like
travel.
a magic mirror? Didn't Vader have like a magic mirror that showed him the past?
In the comics, I think maybe
That's why he, in the comic, where he saw that Palpatine is his father, he used the Force to impregnate his mom.
that's definitely got to be a comic story. Doesn't sound like a George Lucas thing.
But the original comics and books, they're not canon, even though they're a million times better.
So they completely, did away with, because what was it? Starkiller. He was canon for a while.
He was so, oh my god, they gotta bring him back, dude. And the original voice actor, he does Starkiller and Darth Maul. If they bring him to do both, I'd be totally down.
Starkiller was such a good character arc.
Badass.
Such a good character arc. I feel like The Force Unleashed 2 didn't need to happen, but I think they just didn't want people sad because of how The Force Unleashed ended. And people were like, oh.
Yeah.
But he had to die.
It has to happen
for
like
the
that.
continuity.
Yeah, he had to die.
He had to die.
So what are they going to name the new Star Wars? Like episode 7 again?
Rebirth of the Jedi. I don't know.
The Force returns.
The Force return.
Because the only thing they really got right was the fact that the First Order did rise because of the fall of the Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's Disney. Disney's gonna do Disney things.
Yeah.
All we can do.
I
is
don't
hope.
trust. I used to want a Old Republic situation, like a movie or show, but now after what they did with Star Wars, I don't want them to hurt that. It's so good.
And you got to think. You got to be careful with the old. Well, no. You could. Yeah, you would have to be careful because there's two different ways people view the Old Republic. You got to make sure people can separate the game from the actual lore. So that's another thing you got to consider with the Old Republic, because that's an ongoing online game. So a lot of people are basing their lore on how they play the game.
Well, the lore in the game itself wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty good, and just like we've said in the past with movies and shows, there's only so much you can fit into a movie or show when comparing it to decades of books.
Yeah. Yeah, you can fit more into the pages than you can fit on, to film. And we get it. It's understandable. But I feel like, the things they cut out are sometimes the stuff that needs to stay in. Like Peter Jackson did it right with Lord of the Rings. Sometimes I say, just bite that bullet and make a 3-hour film. But he cut out all the musical interludes that are in the books. And it worked. Because it really wasn't needed.
Or you know how they did like a random standalone Venom movie. Hey, do a random standalone Darth Bane movie.
Yeah, could do that.
We did it with Solo and see how bad that turned out.
I liked it. It was all right.
And if I'm watching it for entertainment and not diehard approach, I enjoy it. And that's exactly how I watch it. Entertainment.
It felt too long for me.
That's what she said.
So
it was just hanging there. I'm sorry.
I'm glad we ranted about
Drop your pants and let me see.
For an hour.
It was a rant, indeed. I mean, besides, so what? The last thing was why I want to say Team Fuse.
It was a FaZe Clan pump and dump thing.
Yeah, now they're basically saying that they didn't know they're created. Basically, what was it? Kid Coin, I think it was called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That they were going to donate. First of all, they were only going to donate 1%. 1% of what they made to the charity. That already. So basically, okay, right here it says, according to reports 4 members of esports group participated in a crypto project named Save the Kids, which promised to donate 1% of each transaction fee of its kids token to various foundations supporting the welfare of children. The charity's creators managed to get several influencers from FaZe Clan to help promote the program prior to its launch in June, but the price of the altcoin subsequently crashed by 90%. Those involved have denied any ill intent, and it was simply a vetting mistake when the idea was pitched to the group. So they basically tried to create their own cryptocurrency because they know everybody's usually about the kids, using charity for kids as a way to get people to invest in it. And then basically knowing that it wouldn't pan out, they bailed. They got the money. They bailed. They knew that the BS coin wasn't going to pan, so it crashed. And of course, the money had to go somewhere. And it pretty much had it really sucks because, like we've been, warners, we're talking about like the crypto era being a fad right now. This is proof of that. People are taking it as a fad. They're the ability people just jump on, they make whatever currency they want. They come up with some, it's going to be the next big thing. And they make some money and then they bail out.
There's a lot of companies right now that are really pissed off at Elon Musk for backpedaling on
the Doge.
the Doge and the Bitcoins and all that stuff. And I'm over here in my head thinking Elon Musk, from my perspective, I don't know if it's true or not. This is just what I like to think. Is just having fun. Like it's just his way of like making fun of shit by pretending to get into it, and then getting out and going, "I was kidding, you suck." Like almost like a Rick Sanchez situation.
just to fuck with people.
Like he just did it to. What did Rick Sanchez do? It's like when the Roadrunner fucks with the coyote, or whatever.
And he literally said it was a joke. Like he was recorded saying it was literally just a joke. But it just shows how eager people are to just believe things of, smart or wealthy.
I wonder if that was his point. Like, watch how everybody will just follow what I do just because it's
like when we were on the ship and we were like, hey, you want to see something? People would start the line. And Marines would just line up behind you. We would start a fake line just to watch Marines get in line that didn't exist or go anywhere, and then we'd leave the line. That shit was funny. And they would do it. They would do it every time.
Well, then we'd go first.
Yep. Nobody asks the questions. It's just,
no, there's a line. We should get into it. That shit was funny.
Oh, Elon said it. I guess we should just do it. Nobody asks questions, and that's the problem. Nobody asks questions. When I was reading the comments, and I know some of them were fake, but I was reading the Twitter feed comments, and people were like, I threw $8,000 into this. My wife is going to leave me.
Dumbass.
Well, maybe you should have consulted your wife before your dumbass did that.
And I'm like, if this is real, nobody can help you. But if this is fake, this is hilarious.
If it's real, it's hilarious.
I'm like, so what? But this shows the influence that these people in these positions they have, and it's too much.
I wouldn't. I'd be honest. If I was in that position and I had any sort of social influence, I would probably fuck with social influence in the same way, just for kicks.
If I had Elon
just because
Musk
I think it's funny.
I do it to fuck with some companies, but I also kind of do it to fuck with people. I would just find a random person to tag, and it's like, hey, this guy sucks, and see how far the Twitter line will go.
I would it would be a macrocosm of us making fake lines for the Marines to stand in. Just so I could go fuck off somewhere else and laugh.
I'm going to be honest. I could not have that kind of social influence because of just my own personal grievances that I would just be able to be like, So,
more prospects. Throw the line.
I mean, I do shit on a daily basis just for my own kicks and laughs. I don't care. Like, I do it specifically for me to get a laugh. without needing to tell anyone or share it or show anybody. So I can only imagine how much fun I'd have if I had any social influence in this world.
Oh man, we would be a hot man. Jeezy Chop Shop, social
Everyone,
influence.
fly Spirit.
Spirit Airlines,
hold up.
the best airline.
Do it, because the Spirit Airlines stocks would rise, and it'd be like, all right, pump and dump.
I'd 100% back Spirit Airlines, no matter how many.
But sir, we just saw you on American Airlines. That's not the point.
No, it was a transfer flight. Don't worry, their plane was like out of order.
Flight.
Yep.
Believe you me, I'd have been first class on Spirit. They don't have first class. There would have been one then.
There would be if you'd
hold up,
buy stocks in Spirit.
What's first class in Spirit Airlines like?
Economy.
Seatbelts in a window.
You get a roll of duct tape, extra roll of duct tape. You don't have to be duct taped to the plane.
You actually get a parachute in case of when you crash.
You ever been on a wooden roller coaster at a theme park and it's much more like shaky and jolts your skeletal system? Yeah, that's what Spirit is like. To fly. I'm dead serious. Like when they take off and land or hit turbulence, you're like, okay.
I flew Spirit maybe 2 times in my life, and I was like, never again.
Dude, I always fly Spirit.
Ooh, when I see those tickets that are that cheap, I'm like, look, I'm not rich, but
I don't know if they do fly internationally, but I would take Spirit over the ocean to another country.
You on your own, bro.
But I would ask to sit by the emergency exit if they have one.
If they got one.
If they got one.
They don't even have the money to. It's just a little extra window. You got to break it, crawl through.
What they don't know is I'm packing my own umbrella.
Umbrella. All right. He's packing his own umbrella.
Jump out that bitch with an umbrella.
All right, Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Fuck off. Like, just. I'd be packing my own parachute. Y'all. Packing my own parachute. Jump right out that window. And then I'll be playing Raft for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Matter of fact, I should probably take Yuli with me. He's really good at that game.
Yo. Oh, man. Like, man. Been like 3 weeks since we had an episode.
Imagine me and Yuli in the middle of the ocean on a shitty raft throwing strings of like trying to catch plastic.
I'd watch that show. If they made that show, I'd watch it. They would do you guys like they do those Survivor things. The camera crew's literally 10 feet from the person struggling in the wilderness. They would do that to you guys. Camera crew's literally 10 feet away from your raft. Could save you. Nope.
They'd let us fuck with the shark.
Yep. And I would watch every minute of it. Oh, but unfortunately we don't have Kara here, so we don't have any Florida news. Florida's getting washed down, apparently. Heavy rains and...
Well, the weird news was that woman in the seafood boil on the plane.
We started off with weird news.
We know. You think we should video call Kara and make sure all we hear is...
Guys, I'm reporting live!
Let's call her live and then let me go. We're reporting live right now from Kara's apartment in Hurricane. What's the hurricane's name? Hurricane in Florida.
You know, we're laughing, but wouldn't she get flown to Texas? She just shows up at War Nurse's apartment. Yeah. Heard you talking shit.
They're gonna place her like they did the kids in Hurricane Katrina.
It's Hurricane Elsa.
Came to school one day. I'm like, what's up with this extra 75 people?
Wow.
I almost spit out my water.
Hi, who the fuck are you? Are you trying to mug me? Never met you in my life. What are you doing here? It's like 10 of them. I'm like,
who are you?
Snapping their fingers. Walking towards me.
Taking over your scoop.
That was a long time ago. It's not too soon for that joke.
It's not too soon. All right, but that is pretty much the end of our episode. As you guys couldn't tell, we pretty much.
What about the PODDECKS question of the day?
Oh, it was actually here you go. Yeah, PODDECKS question of the day. Here's a good one. Is cereal soup or not?
It's not.
It's soup. It's a cold soup.
Well, no. Cereal.
Cereal is a cold soup.
Is it?
No.
It is.
See?
No.
You're
it
thinking
is.
general. You're thinking one dimension of cereal. You know what else is cereal, right?
Like a tomato soup?
What? Was that? Is it because you put milk in it? Is it because you put milk in it?
What else is soup,
Oatmeal.
Itachi? Yeah.
How
that's
is
not
oatmeal
cold.
a soup?
You know ketchup is a tomato smoothie, right?
I want a definition of soup right now.
Hold on, I got you.
Yeah, go for it.
I want a dictionary definition. Soup.
Google's gonna have to do. This is gonna be a definition.
And then Google. I want you to cross-reference with Bing and Yahoo.
Definition of soup by Merriam-Webster. All right, can I share my so you guys can see I'm not bullshitting here?
Yeah, share the
I don't see
screen.
it.
All right, where is it? Wait,
Something
happening?
today.
Is it? All right, can you see it?
Are you having a hurricane? There's lots of light flashing over there.
Today, Junior, where is this?
I thought it was up. No, it should be up.
Maybe he shouldn't cross-reference. Take forever.
Eh.
Definition of soup.
Oh my god.
A liquid food, especially with a meat, fish, or vegetable stock as a base and often containing pieces of solid food.
Oof, yeah.
There you go.
Cereal's a soup.
So,
Cereal's a
cereal
soup.
is a soup.
Now I want you to cross-reference Yahoo. I want to see it.
But it's probably going to still pop up in Merriam-Webster. All right, hold on.
Let's see how everyone's search engines
Somebody
even out.
Somebody do the
Ask-
Yahoo.
Ask Jeeves.
Is that still around?
Let's see. Ask Jeeves.
It's ask.com now, isn't it?
No, I don't want to look at you, Pokemon. Not right now.
Is that what popped up when you put soup into Ask Jeeves? A soupy Pokemon?
Soupy Pokemon. I don't know why. It just pulled up Pokemon Global and I was like, oh, okay. Definition of soup.
It's because you know your search engine is clean.
It brought up
Put in
Pokemon.
P and Pokemon pops up.
Pokemon come up.
P-O.
Okay.
Pokemon. Good for you, Itachi.
Hey, according to Yahoo, soup is a liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables. So it's pretty much the same thing. In stock or water, a bowl of tomato soup.
But boiling.
Boiling meat.
See? Oh, boiling meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a hot soup, though. There are cold soups.
But the second definition, a substance or mixture perceived to resemble soup in appearance or consistency.
Okay,
Huh?
okay. So how much
It's,
cereal goes in the milk before it's not soup anymore? Or
If you
before
put
it's
the cereal in the bowl with no milk,
how many
it's not soup.
meatballs are you going to put in a meatball soup before it's just meatballs?
Well, that's the same thing with oatmeal. You can make oatmeal super thick or you can make it soupy.
That's disgusting. You ever had soupy oatmeal?
Yes, that's why I don't like soupy oatmeal.
I don't feel like oatmeal is a soup.
That becomes porridge.
Itachi has a coffee mug and it's just like, hey, what's in there?
I have a
Don't worry
question.
about it.
With that said, oats are okay. Never mind, because oats come from wheat, right? Like it's
Yeah.
made from the same stuff. Like okay, so
Wheat
it
oats.
wouldn't be a pasta.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't cross over to actually being a pasta then.
He's over here trying
Okay.
to cross connect. And that's when you know we're done.
So without, if it is bread or pasta, it wouldn't matter. Oatmeal's Italian. Yep.
I thought it was German.
It's anything to me when I think of lots of bread or wheats or noodles. So if oatmeal is,
it's Asian.
it would be fucking Asian.
It just says Scottish.
Oatmeal
It is
Scottish?
primarily Scottish. Yep, right here. Okay, so the modern oats right now, the ones we get now, are from Asia, but oatmeal itself came from Scottish.
So
mean
the
Scotland?
store is lying to me when they
Scotland,
put
Scottish.
the Quaker guy on my oatmeal.
The Quaker, the
Quaker
racist
oats?
Quaker American guy on the front of the oatmeal is a lie.
Huh. So even my
It should
oatmeal
really be
is
a-
made in China.
Everything's made in Asia now, man. Why do you think food costs so much? Ours are burning down.
Microsoft.
Did y'all see
and
that
all that
fucking
leads to
oil
in
leak in the
China
middle
oatmeal.
of the, what was it, in the ocean, where it looks like someone's summoning Cthulhu?
That's because the gas pipe exploded and caught on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be pretty badass if Cthulhu just popped out of there.
Here's a conspiracy theory thought to end the show on for you guys to think over. Actually, it was like a couple years ago. What do you think? If you guys don't know about it, you can go look it up. I just want to know your thoughts on what you think that hole in Russia that they were very active in sealing after they sent scientists down. It was a very deep hole, very deep in Russia, in the middle of fucking nowhere. They sent scientists down to investigate, and then not long after investigating, they immediately were active in sealing the hole and have told everyone to stay the fuck away and don't go in the hole.
Gears of War situation. There's
Something
an earth
down
under
there
the
made
earth.
them want to seal that
Hollow Earth.
hole.
Hollow Earth, baby.
Because they came up and they were like, nope.
Here with your hollow earth theory.
I think Hollow Earth theory holds a lot more credibility than hell.
Well,
I didn't
how's
say
that-
there was a hell. But if there
how's-
is a hell, I'm going there and I'm gonna be waiting for you.
And that's a spiritual plane thing. Like, that's spiritual plane thing. I don't know why people always relate it to being in the bowels of the earth.
Yo,
not.
can y'all imagine by the time we die, you're all like, hey, where's Yulia? Didn't he die before us? And then you just talk to an angel, hey, we're looking for this guy. Oh no, he's in hell. He's trying to teach the devil how to play chess.
Where's his face?
It's what happened in Gears of War, right? All these creatures that were living in sub-Earth came up under the ground and attacked the planet.
Well,
I hope this
let's
time they
hope
succeed.
Have you seen those creatures? Have you played Gears of War?
Yeah, all the way through
They
5.
fuck you up. They fuck
I
you
got
up.
and none of us are
up by the
built
end of
like
3.
fucking Marcus Phoenix or Dom, okay? We ain't been.
Speaking of
Hey,
Dom,
speak of that,
Oh,
Dave
no.
Bautista's built like Dom.
The fate of the world rests on Dave Bautista's shoulders. Dave Bautista,
And-
The Rock, and Dom.
the fate of the world rests
on family. All right, guys, we are gonna get
have
out of here.
friends.
This episode
I
has
got
been
family.
a hilarious ride. If you guys want to hear some of the bonus minutes, make sure to check us out on Patreon. Patreon/the GZ Chop Shop. Also, make sure to check out our merchandise shop. We have new line of merch available now. The Project Collection. Yuli's working on a nice little collection. It'll be coming out
You guys
hopefully
gonna
soon.
love it.
Yeah. I helped a little bit with the.
Actually, I've seen some of the products that he's coming out with, and they're
Looking pretty good. So make sure you guys check out thegzshop.com. We have an amazing sale going on right now. So make sure to visit our website, get yourself a code for 15% off your total order. And if you're Patreon, don't forget, you guys get free shipping. You get a free shipping code. So
And
you have
remember to spay
options.
and neuter your pets.
I forgot everything else I was going to say. Anyway, you guys have been amazing. Stay safe out there. We'll catch all you wonderful people.
Let me finish you with something, Itachi. Let me finish up with something. I'm gonna give you a riddle. I want you to figure it out, okay? Two people are at the bottom of a mountain. One is alive and his backpack is open. The other one is dead and his backpack is closed. Why?
I feel like I'm overthinking this in my usual way.
Probably might be.
One is alive.
Because one ran back down?
No.
One is alive and his backpack is open.
The
and
one
is
that is dead
and his
backpack is closed.
I feel like it's got
I feel like this is going to be something really inappropriate.
really dark.
No, it's dark, but it's not inappropriate.
Somebody died for the sake of somebody else.
What's the answer, Yuli?
The guy that's alive, his parachute opened.
That's a pretty good riddle. I'm gonna tell my patients that. Riddle me this.
It's a parachuting accidental patient.
You know what's the worst part would be like he'll tell it to them and then they'll be like, oh hey, you don't have to worry about so and so. They passed away right after his
I'm in pain. I really need pain medicine. Riddle me this.
All right.
Flick the lights off and on. Riddle me this.
We're getting out of here before this becomes a GZ After Dark. You guys have been amazing. We'll catch you